Hi, this is Dana, and welcome to my 5-minute tutorial on Access queries. Access is by far one of my favorite Microsoft Office programs that I think is truly underutilized just because the learning curve is a little bit steeper. But one of the great aspects of Access, and the reason you want to use it, is its querying capability, its capability to pull the data that you want to see from the various different tables or sources of data that you have, and then generate a nice canned report from that. All right, so I have a few types of queries here. I have a summary query. This is akin to a table or a pivot table in Excel. So this is called a crosstab query. I also have select queries that just select data and kick it back to me based on the criteria that you actually put into it. And then lastly, I have these action queries that actually perform some kind of action on this one. This particular one, if I go to design view really quickly for you, I just want to show you that the question is saying, hey, find me any products that start with PAK and take their retail price because we're going to increase the price of those particular product lines by 2%. So it's actually increasing the price of the product is what this particular query is meant to do. So if I show you this particular project pack, the very first one costs $102 right now. But if I go ahead and run that particular query, and I say, yes, that I do want to run this, it's going to update 11 rows. So it went to my underlying table and it updated those rows. So if I look at this, it shouldn't be 112 anymore, it's $114. So it was a 2% price increase on that particular item. So these are just some of the things that you can do with queries. All right, let me show you how to create a query. I'm going to show you first how to create a select query that just selects the right data. This particular query is written to find me anything that I need to reorder. So this particular item, we have 5 in stock and I reorder at 10, so I need to reorder it. I need to have target inventory of 25. So if I have 5 in stock, I need to order 20 of them. At 27 bucks a piece, that'll be $540 that I need to pay Woodstock to buy that particular item and get it up to my target inventory. All right, so let me show you how to create this particular query. To create a query, you go into the Create menu. There's 2 ways to create. I like starting from scratch. In Query Design, you add up the table or tables that you need. There's my new 2 tables, and then you add down the fields that you want by double-clicking them. So I'd like to see the product code, the item description, units in stock, reorder level, target inventory, and the cost of the product. Then I need to know who I'm buying them from. So I need the company name, first name, last name, and phone number, we'll say. All right, so those are the fields I want to see. That is a VLOOKUP, essentially, that little linking hand, by the way, in Excel. But I'm going to go ahead and run it. And it pulls me back all 51 items that are stored in my underlying inventory table. So there's 51 there too. All right, y'all, I do not want all of them. I just want the ones I need to reorder. I don't need to reorder that. We have 10 of them. We reorder when they get to 5. So that one needs to come off. So I need to change my question. So I'll go back to design view and say, nope, I only want to see where the units in stock are less than or equal to the field called reorder level. So I start to type it. Oh, it's not popping up correctly today, so I'll just type it. All right, so reorder level. All right, so I need to know where that's the case. All right, so if I run it, now I'm not seeing all 51, only 28 of them. So these are the 28 items that I need to reorder. I'm going to go ahead and save my query, just generically call it that for today. All right, but what you can also do is you can do math, because if I need to order, I need to do the math to say how many do I need to order. So I need to take this 25 and minus the 5 to say I need to order 20 of them at a cost of 27. What will that be? I need that 540 number. So let me go ahead and show you how to do a little bit of math. I'm going to insert some blank columns right here in the middle, and I'm going to use the expression builder, which is very akin to your FX button in Excel. All right, and what I want to do is I want to see where the target inventory, subtracting the units in stock, and this will be how many I need to order. So it's generically named expression 1. I'll go ahead and call it order units, and I'll save that so that I can create my next expression, and that's that I want to take the order units and I want to multiply it by the cost that we pay the vendor, and I'll go ahead and call this order cost. And if I run it, now I can see that, all right, so I need to order 20 of them. There's my order units. and the unit cost will be $5.40. And it's done that for all of them. So I got to order 20 of these, I got to order 19 of these, and then it does the math. So that's another main reason to use a query as well, is to be able to just do math. You can also total just like you would in Excel in a table. So I'll go ahead and sum that up. And if I were to buy all my products right now, I'd have to have a lot of money on hand to buy everything, to get everything up to our target inventory. All right, but all of this is updatable. So remember that when you save a query, you're saving the question, not the answer. So should we change some stuff here? Because maybe I don't want to order that much. All right, so if I go back to the inventory table, and I'll just look at my project packs. So some of these, we're reordering all of these at 5, but we're set to get our target inventory to 50, and they cost a lot of money. So I think I'd rather just pull that down to maybe 40 for a few of these. So I'm just doing a control apostrophe to copy that 40 down. Now I don't need to order quite as many. All right, so I'm changing the underlying source. I'm also going to say that I have, enough of these in stock. I don't have 3 anymore. Let's go ahead and say I have 15. Someone returned them. All right, so if I change the underlying data, remember when you rerun your query, it's going back and pulling that data. So when you save a query, you're saving this part. So I'll go ahead and run it. And now I can see my total isn't quite as much because my reorder level, some of those items fell off, that I don't need to actually purchase those project packs anymore. All right, so it's not going to cost quite as much. All right, but all of that is live. So again, every time you run a query, you're saving this particular question, and I double click it, and it goes and it asks that question every single time it's run. And that's why my invoice works, right? Every time I run it for a different invoice, and it pulls back a different set of data each time. All right, so that's a query. Now to create a crosstab, which is akin to a pivot table, you would also go to your create menu. This time I would use the wizard, considering there's a crosstab query wizard that'll help me out. And I'm pulling from that Excel spreadsheet that I'm linking to. So all this information is stored in Excel still. And I'm going to view my information by company name. Order date across the top, group by month, because I want to know who my top company is, who spent the most money with us. So let's go answer that question. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Again, just leave that generic name for now. All right, just like a pivot table would, it sorts it alphabetically by my rows. I really want it sorted by this column, so I'm going to click that drop down and do a sort largest to smallest to see my top 3 customers. Woo-hoo, there they are. So I can answer this business question. So this is a pivot table, essentially. It's called a crosstab. And again, the reason that you would create these is the capability of just throwing them into a report. So I'm just going to quickly take this, generate an auto report. Granted, it's not the prettiest report in the world, but all right, but I will go ahead and just type some stuff in there. There we go, I got a new label. I could add my logo right there. You could do a bunch of stuff, but a report's a report. You can throw this into a report. I can make that look a lot better. But that's just the start of a report, and that's the power of using queries. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you have a great day.